enough. I'm not good enough. I am not good enough to do that on my own, but I appreciate the kind words, man. And I've been going nonstop since I haven't had time to shower yet. So just be glad you're not sitting right next to me. And I had to throw on this hat, but it's we were on vacation with the family down in Florida last week, and then I flew right to New Jersey to do a training and get my legs under me. So happy to be here, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. And before this gets rolling, we are recording, and please, everybody, please mute yourself. Hit your mute button and mute yourself because we want to hear what Eric has to say. We don't need any noise from the background. We want to hear what this man has to say because this stuff's going to knock your socks off. And I'm really excited for it. And so, yeah, please mute yourselves. And yes, bless your hearts. At this point, you're all muted. And so, Eric Allen, rock and roll, brother.
All right, brother. Give me the power to share my screen if you would entrust me with that. That would be
yes, absolutely.
fantastic.
There you go.
Hey,
Well,
I got a question real quick. When's more of those Transact Z ball caps going to be available? I missed it barely, and they're pretty fleek.
Jacob, I got a few in my closet, man. If you come to Vegas, I'll make sure you get one. All right.
I can't come to Vegas, but I'll pay the postage if you send me one.
Okay. Well, we'll work something out.
Yeah, hit me up on the backside. All right, talk later.
Well, guys, look, I appreciate you jumping on. Either you like, trust, know JJ, or he's got some dirt on you and blackmailed you into being here. I don't know how you got to be here, but I'm just grateful to share some time together. I live here in Zionsville, Indiana. That's why I talk a little funny. I got a wife, I got 4 kids, and run a holdings company. And anyway, I'm like many of you, I've just been busy, especially the last couple of years. I got a call from my dear friend John McKillop, who's on our corporate side, one of my best friends in the world, and said, "Hey, I got something I want you to take a look at." And I've been I've just learned to be open to opportunities. I haven't seen many things in the relationship marketing space the last few years that I really got excited about. But I took a look at this, what you're about to see, and said, "Man, this is like the holy grail of entrepreneurship." And so I said yes. And as JJ mentioned, we've got actually almost right over 50,000 people that have said yes to this the last 6.5, 7 months. So it's obviously catching on with great people. All roads lead to our official launch November 13th out in Las Vegas at the Paris Hotel. Would love to see you guys out there, buy you a drink. But yeah, it's definitely proof of concepts here. And the name of the company is TranzactCard. Our tagline is "Now Banking Changes Forever." I think what you'll see is it's so much more than just disrupting the way people think about banking. It's going to disrupt e-commerce, traditional retail, the franchising, charitable giving, fundraising, a whole lot of sectors that we can really empower here. And I'll just let the cat out of the bag. I'll show you 2 main things the next 15 minutes. Number one, we're going to show every American household a way to double their buying power. Who couldn't use more of that? And then we'll show you an optional financial opportunity, unlike anything a lot of us have ever seen. And at the end of the day, friends, I mean, our goal is just to get millions and millions of these cards out into American households. It works very much like a Visa debit card. That is our Transact card. And it's a way to start swiping and earning a dual currency. It's like a coupon that has a real dollar value within our financial ecosystem called a Z-Buck. Really important to understand that TranzactCard only partners up with community FDIC insured banks. We don't mess with big banks, regional banks. We really want to uplift the local communities and help them. So people simply transfer as little or as much money as they want from their primary checking account into their secure TranzactCard community checking account, and then you can link up to 5 Transact cards per account. I've got one for my wife, my 13-year-old, my 12-year-old, my 8-year-old daughter's even got one. You can set different limits and that type of thing. Secure environment. And then yeah, we just want you to pull out this card instead of any other card that's in your wallet or purse. And again, the reason is you start accumulating Z-Bucks, and Z-Bucks are pretty simple to understand. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's say you gas up your car at $70. You use your Transact card, you get 70 Z-Bucks. JJ loves to stop by Starbucks every morning and get a fruity Frappuccino. It's like $7. Now he gets 7 Z-Bucks, pay your gas, your groceries, your utility bills, your Netflix subscription, your auto shipment, gym membership, date night. You get it. You start accumulating these Z-Bucks. And then the biggest question that you're going to ask me, because I asked the same thing, is what can I do with a Z-Buck? Everybody's tired of the gimmicky airline miles and hotel rewards and all the other gimmicky credit card reward points, which Congress is actually getting ready to rip apart because they're just luring people into more debt. Ours is the exact opposite. We want to show you how to stretch the dollars you're spending even farther. So on November 13th, we're going to launch our very own e-commerce platform called a Z Club. And on the Z Club, you'll see hundreds of thousands, millions of the same products you would see anywhere else, name brand stuff, except we're going to pass along most of that wholesale pricing back to members by applying Z-Bucks to those purchases. So let's say you see $100 pair of your favorite shoes, they're $100 on Z Club, they're $100 on Amazon, $100 at Foot Locker, Macy's. We all know those shoes didn't cost JJ, you keep muting me, man. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, but you went out for a second, my man, but you're back in the saddle. Let's ride.
It keeps saying the host is, am I offending somebody? It keeps muting me out. You guys can hear me now though? Okay.
Yeah, hear you just fine.
All right. So let's say you see $100 pair of your favorite shoes, $100 on Z Club, $100 anywhere else. We all know it didn't cost $100 to get those to the shelf or the e-commerce platform. Let's say we go right to the manufacturer, the drop shipper, the wholesaler. We get those shoes for, let's call it $80. Okay. Let's call it $70. Well, we'll bake in a 5-10% margin, but we'll let you use 25 Z-Bucks to bring the price down $25. Shipping, handling's included. So, I mean, literally you just save $25 off that one purchase. That's a heck of a lot better than my best credit card, which is a 3.5% cash back agreement. That's assuming I pay it off at the end of the month and don't get whacked with the huge APR interest rate. So now apply that simple concept over high-end luxury items down to the real power of our ecosystem, showing the 100+ million Americans who are having a hard time paying their bills each month, a way to use Z-Bucks to buy down diapers, consumables, other things they really want or need. And again, how do people get Z-Bucks? All they did was went out and bought the things they were going to buy anyway and just took that same money in the form of Z-Bucks and started buying down other items they really want. To make it really fun and engaging, because we want people to, actually log in and get on the app and check out our ecosystem, the company's already started having flash sales. We have these almost every day. And these are first come, first serve. Your cash is not good here. You just pay a little bit of shipping and handling. And maybe you see Ray-Ban sunglasses. Maybe you see some of these items. You get your hats there. We just did a hat flash sale, Nike bags. Last one I got was these Bose wireless speakers. I just saw them right when I logged in. I'm like, cool, 117 Z-Bucks. I paid $8 shipping and handling and got those delivered here. So funny thing is I didn't even need them, but it's fun when you're using Z-Bucks to pay for it. So we also started having our cruise flash sales. You can use Z-Bucks to get a cabin on a nice cruise ship, include your Wi-Fi package, drink package, all that. See a couple of my friends here, they'll be the only ones on that boat that didn't have to pay cash. They just use Z-Bucks to get on there. And speaking of travel, I love to travel, world school my kids. I've had a lot of success in the travel space. And I'm really excited about our Z Club travel platform that's also going to launch out in Vegas for our official launch November 13th. And you'll see a lot of your favorite resorts, hotels, condos, private homes, and it'll be 30 to 65% less than where you'd find it elsewhere by just applying Z-Bucks to that. So we can show a lot more people how to get out and create a lot more memories with the people they care about. What you'll love about Richard and Peter Rancy, our co-founders, they really want this to be a social impact enterprise, really a global force for good. So we want to enhance financial literacy, and everybody that gets a TranzactCard is also going to have their own Power Save account. And just by swiping your card at some of your favorite retailers, using Z-Bucks to buy things, and you can do the optional easy up where you can round each purchase up to the nearest whole dollar, all that starts feeding this separate nest egg called a Power Save account that's going to grow and compound over time. That's your money. It just gives a lot more Americans a nice little cushion and nest egg. So really excited to announce all those details November 12th. 2 weeks ago, we launched our Easy Power Earn and Save card. It's a virtual card that you buy through our app. And basically what it's done is brought 350 of the top retailers in America into our ecosystem. So you go and buy gift cards, virtual gift cards. You can use them yourself. You can gift those away to friends, family, and that generates Z-Bucks. And it's going to be part of our revenue plan that I'll talk about here in just a minute. So perfect for the holidays to get those out for people. Here's what makes it a no-brainer, friends. I mean, it's $25 one time. If you join before November 12th, you pay $25 one time to get a TranzactCard. There's no $25 annual renewal fee if you join before November 12th. Get you all the benefits I just talked about. We're about 10 months ahead of schedule in our growth. Our goal is to have 300 to 350 people at our official launch. We'll have about 4,000 out there at Vegas. So we're internalizing a lot of our technologies, processes, app-based environment, migrating to a whole new banking platform. So you'll be waiting a few weeks to get your TranzactCard, but the company's going to go ahead and give you 500 Z-Bucks per week while you're waiting to get your card. And then when you do get your card, or when you go to buy those gift cards, we're going to actually double your Z-Bucks till November 2024. That's why I have 121,000 Z-Bucks, because it keeps doubling now every purchase. When we officially launch, we'll have a nice referral program. You can tell your friends, your family about it. Every time they get a card, you get 500 Z-Bucks as a thank you. And if that's not enough, because you're friends with JJ, you'll get the Eric Allen money back guarantee. If you don't love your TranzactCard within a few months, track me down. I will give you your $25 back. All right. So that's the first core pillar of our distribution system, just getting a TranzactCard. Hopefully you see that as a no-brainer. The second part might be for you, it might not, but we're definitely attracting lots of entrepreneurs and visionaries who are looking for something real and disruptive to be a part of. So I'll talk now about owning your own digital branch office. Anybody that joins by November 12th at midnight, you're also going to benefit from the National Influencer Campaign, where the company's contracted with some of the top celebrities, influencers in the world, over 100 million people in their databases. They're going to be marketing TranzactCard for us. And then we can benefit from those card members the same as if we sponsored them ourselves. So let's get this out of the way. It's $495 to own your own digital branch office starting in late November. You're going to pay $50 a month. Our goal is to call this a franchise play in the not too distant future, because we're so customer centric. There'll be a 10% service fee. Whatever commissions you make each month will go to your franchise service fee. But there's a promotion going. So if you want to get your $495 back, all you got to do is go sponsor 3 other people who also catch the vision and want to own a digital branch office. If you do that by November 12th, you get your $495 back, and you never have to pay your $50 a month. And if you sign up before November 12th, 9% of your 10% service fee goes into that Power Save account. So that's your money that you'll have access to that can grow and compound over time. Your card's included if you own a digital branch office. So you get your 500 Z-Bucks per week while you're waiting to get your card. We'll double those Z-Bucks up until November 2024. We have so much support. I mean, we do Zooms all the time. We're doing 10 back-to-back Zooms tomorrow. We do trainings. We got recording. So you're definitely in business for yourself, not by yourself. But what you get to do is participate in this revenue plan. I'm only going to talk about 2 ways we get paid. And when I first saw this 8 months ago, this was the only way we were going to get paid. And it was more than enough for me. So those of you that are, open to the financial opportunity, just pay attention for the next 60 seconds, because I've been saying for 15 years, if somebody can figure out a way for us to get paid each and every time the people in our communities, our networks, our organizations are making the everyday purchases they want or have to make. I alluded to them earlier. Maybe it's gas, groceries, utility bills, date night, movie night, whatever it is. Every time somebody makes a purchase, if we could get a piece of that, that would be the game changer. That would be the holy grail of entrepreneurship. And with TranzactCard, it's an idea whose time has come because of the relationship with our community banks, our card issuer, and Visa. We keep a lot of those interchange fees. That's what makes the banks and the merchant processors a ton of money. We get to keep a lot of those. So I want you to imagine, if what I'm telling you is true, and you see this blue ocean of possibilities, and you agree with me that millions and millions of Americans will get a card, you can have as many of those linked to your digital branch office and the community you can build as you want right now. And every single time a swipe happens, if this card member is attached to your digital branch community, you're going to make at least 5 basis points. And then depending on your leadership advancement rank title, all the way up to 10 basis points on every swipe. That's 0.0005 to 0.001 multiplied by the purchase price. That might not seem like a lot, but 2 cents here, 7 cents here, 8 cents here, 12 cents here off every single transaction paid to you in cash can be pretty significant. And those of you understand the power of leverage, you know, would you rather own 1 Starbucks or 10 or 1 Valvoline oil change station or 20? I mean, you can go out and sponsor others that want to also own a digital branch office and earn money off all their or customer swipes. So those interchange fees get paid throughout up to 10 generations of digital branch offices. So I bring in JJ, who brings in Brandy, who brings in Carol, who brings in David. Let's say David brings in 50 TranzactCard members. Every time one of those 50 TranzactCard members swipe, David's making 5 to 10 basis points, Carol, Brandy, JJ, myself. So you can create tremendous leverage by sponsoring others that want to own a digital branch office. I promise you, if that resonates with you at least a little bit right now, it's going to keep your juices flowing. You'll probably have a hard time sleeping because that is unlike anything many of us have ever seen. And then I'll just talk about the second way. There's 4 other ways I'm not even get into, but the second way we get paid is by benefiting it with the success of TranzactCard as a company. You don't have to have JJ on your team to benefit here. All the people that are coming in that are purchasing digital branch offices, TranzactCards, portion of their swipes, portion of the redemptions in the Z Club, that all goes into this big community pie, and we call it a community revenue bonus. And we have a real pathway for lots of people to make an extra $250 to $500 just with this bonus right here. And the first way to get your slice of the pie is you got to become a manager. You become a manager one of 2 ways. You go sponsor 3 others that want to own a digital branch office. Or if you're one of the people, it's like, Eric, I don't like selling. I'm like, fine, you're selling me on the fact you can't sell, but that's cool. Can you go get 20 people that just want to get a card for $25? I could probably do that. So either way, we'll get you to manager. And here's what happens as soon as you reach manager. You'll notice 75% of that rev share, that community pie, goes to managers. Now, if you become a manager within your first 30 days, they're going to double up that piece from $250 up to $500 per month. If it takes you a little longer, that's fine. You still get up to $250 per month. So whether it takes you a day, it takes you 6 months to become a manager, you're profitable from that point moving forward, even if it's a couple extra $100 a month. Now you look at those leadership positions, a senior manager is just based off of the power of 3 helping 3. Help your 3 to become manager. Now you're a senior manager. Now that slice of the pie goes up to $1,500 per month. We do require you to get at least 10 TranzactCard members to benefit from that community bonus because we really want to be customer centric. And then if you take it a step further, you become a vice president. That could be as few as 39 digital branch offices in your community. And that's where it becomes life-changing for a lot of people, up to $12,500. Again, this is just one piece of the revenue plan. 20 TranzactCard members required, all the way up to senior vice president and president, which is a nice little chunk of change just off the community revenue bonus. I'm not even going to talk about those. That's more than enough for now to give you enough information to make an informed decision. But you do have a benefit right now. Anybody that joins again by midnight, November 12th, we're going to call you an innovator. You benefit from the influencer match. JJ can tell you more about that. You basically earn the same 5 to 10 basis points off all the influencers, customers that get linked to your digital branch office as well. You have until November 12th to sponsor 3 others that want to own their own digital branch office. You get the $495 rebate. You eliminate the $50 a month. Or you go sponsor 20 TranzactCard members by November 12th. You don't get the $495 rebate, but you do eliminate the $50 a month. And either pathway automatically puts you into that fast start, double up community bonus share up to $500 per month. So guys, I mean, come in where you fit in. I'm having a lot of fun. We don't try to beg, convince, coerce people. At the very least, get a TranzactCard. But I'll tell you what, if you got a great attitude, if you're coachable, if you'll just work closely with JJ and the rest of us and get people onto the presentations, watch a recording, get on the trainings. I mean, we're seeing a lot of people that are winning big here, many of whom haven't really had that much success in any home-based business. And yeah, whether it takes you a couple of weeks, a day, a year to get to manager, at least we can get you to a profitable position. But most importantly, if you're just a good human being, the one thing I do take pride in is when I first joined, I put in 100 of the best people I know. Some are networkers, some are entrepreneurs, some are stay-at-home moms, some are pastors. But I really just try to put in good people to attract other good people, attract other good people. Our truth is good enough. We're trying to keep the sleaze element out of this, the hype out of it. But looking forward to blessing the world, change the world one swipe at a time with you. And JJ, having said that, I'll kick it back over to you, brother. I think you're muted, my friend.
I got myself muted too. So yeah, it's awesome hearing you explain all this stuff and talk about the growth of this. It's grown to things that I didn't even imagine that it was going to be. And I got a question from somebody in the chat, from David, who's in the chat. What did I do with that? Got it up here on my other screen. Oh, it was, it's a merchant account service is what he asked. It's much more than that, right? So can you
definitely
answer
not
that?
I would definitely encourage David to watch the recording, but no, what we're doing is TranzactCard is just a Finmo financial ecosystem that partners up with FDIC insured community banks and Visa, and we just show people a way to use our debit card to double up their buying power, use the Z-Bucks that are generated within our ecosystem to stretch that money further. The commissions that we get paid out do come from the interchange fees that we negotiate with the banks, the card issuer, and Visa. So that's what, they're usually 2 to 3% merchant processing fees, interchange fees. We keep a nice cut of that. Goes to TranzactCard. A lot of that gets paid out to the digital branch offices through commissions. So yeah, I think if David watches the recording, he'll definitely have hopefully a greater appreciation than what I just shared.
So, does anybody else have any questions? And is it okay if we get questions from anybody that has a question that you might be able to answer, Eric?
Of course, I'm an open book. Anything you guys want to ask, I'll do my best to answer it.
I know somebody has a question out there.
Well,
So hey, I have a question.
Nobody left.
I may need to go to customer service, but just real quick, let's talk about our intermediate family. I have some children. I can go to a brick and mortar and open them up a checking account at one of those places. Is there a way to get our children grandfathered in to where we can open them up if they're under the age of 18? Any suggestions?
Yeah, great question, Jacob. So I have each account can have up to 5 TranzactCards. So I've got one for myself, my wife, my 13-year-old, my 12-year-old, and my 8-year-old daughter. And then you can set different spending limits for each card.
Right.
So like my 8-year-old is like $10 a day. And then every time they swipe, you get a text notification, you see it in your app. It's very secure. It's insured as well. So if you see a fraudulent charge, you just go in, deactivate that card, and then put in a.
So those are all attached to one account, but is there a way, like my 15-year-old, he's going to start working here soon at Chick-fil-A. Can he get his checking account opened up through TransactZ, or is there an age limit versus, being able to sign off as a parent?
Yeah, great question. So currently you have to be 18 to have your own account as a DBA or a TCM. Once he turned 18, he could transfer it, or he could open up his own. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
But what about that time? This is a question that I'm wondering about. Like the kids that you've signed up with through your account, does that by chance grandfather them in, or is it something that they'll be subject to all the same things as everybody else down the road when they turn 18 and they can start their own account? Or
they can stay connected to my account like my wife is, as long as they want. If they, now all those Z-Bucks that are generated from the 5 cards feed one account. They feed our family account. My 20-year-old has his own digital branch office, and he's out, sharing it with his friends in college and all that good stuff. So Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. The whole family, we definitely want the whole family to participate. David asked a good question. We are in pre-launch. David, we officially launch in November 12th through the 14th out in Las Vegas. We've got over 50,000 DBOs and TCMs that have signed up the last 7 months. So the revenue plan's paying out. A lot of that money, we got people making good money already, but yeah, you're definitely, if you're a visionary, you're definitely in a good time. And we're a heck of a lot better today than we were 3 months ago. Trust me, got our own app, we got infrastructure. It's good. Well, June, your competitors compared to Venmo, I mean, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, I mean, they really don't have an ecosystem behind what they do. And a lot of people don't realize none of that money is secure. If you remember a couple weekends ago, Zelle went down for 24 hours. People are freaking out because it's just money floating around in air. I mean, it's not backed by anything. So when you use PayPal or Venmo or Zelle to transfer money or pay for something, you don't really get anything for it unless you have like a PayPal credit card that is going to charge interest on the balance and all that good stuff. So we don't really see them as competitors to us. Okay, how's the company making money? This is a good question. So obviously hundreds of thousands, billions of people paying $25 one time, paying $25 one time per year if they join after November 12th. That's significant cash flow. The company keeps 20 to 30 basis points for themselves off every single swipe. I think we did about $55 million in transactions in just a few months. So they're getting a piece of that. And then every item in the Z Club will have maybe a 10, 15% margin baked in. So the Z Club products don't have to be a big revenue center for us because we've got $25 Transact cards going out all the time. And every time a swipe happens, the company's keeping 20 to 30 basis points. So it's really a brilliant model. Peter Rancy structured TranzactCard as a holdings company, a trust is what it is, a trust. So TranzactCard can never be sold to a big bank or e-commerce platform. So hope that helps. Compensation plan is the revenue plan is definitely, think of it like a unilevel. So the digital branch offices you sponsor go on your first level. All the TranzactCard members they bring in stay on your first level. They bring in another digital branch office, goes to your second level, and so on. You can give away sponsorship, can help place people. You can do all that stuff. So JJ can help you understand that for sure.
I have a question.
Hey,
does your wife have her own DBO, or is she linked in with you as a couple?
my wife actually does have a DBO position. I got it to manager, so she got the $495 back and eliminated the monthly $50 a month. I have not built that position out, so it's just sitting frontline to me. So you can sign up other family members that have their own social security number with a separate digital branch office if you would like to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, good question.
Anybody else?
Oh, I do have one more question. Sorry. I've watched several of the videos, and in the videos, this October 31st date keeps popping up. But then when we talk to somebody, and like you just said, we keep hearing November 12th. What is the October 31st date that keeps popping up on some of these videos?
Yeah, great question, Brandy. So on yesterday's corporate update call, they just extended that promotion because we have a lot of people they've tried to move people around. We just went to our new back office. So the company, I will say, anytime a curveball's thrown, they always do the right thing. So they just extended that same promotion 12 more days. So you could sponsor 3 DBOs, get the $495 rebate, eliminate your $50 a month. So that cutoff was October 31st. We just extended it now to November 12th, which not only gives you more time to become a manager, but you help other people to become a manager. So it's a good sense of urgency for those that want to take action now.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it. There's only one thing that I'd like to add to this to put onto everybody's brain cells. And that is that for me, my biggest thing with this is, what business out there, you ask yourself this, what business or business owner out there doesn't want to double the spending power of their customers? And we've got these things in our back office. And once you're a DBO, and I would imagine that even I don't know what the deal is going to be once after launch, when you're a TCM and you're allowed to recruit other TCMs. And in fact, that brings a question to me, Eric. A TCM is only going to be able to recruit other TCMs, correct?
A TCM can bring in other TCMs after the
launch,
and they'll get 500 Z-Bucks. So there's going to be a really nice organic growth because it's an easy share, right? I mean, you naturally want to tell your friends, your family, I'll go out and use my card, and people are like, what is that? And I'm like, yeah, it's a way to double my buying power. And they're like, what? Tell me more about it. So it's really easy to sign I mean, I think it's easy. A lot of other people have found it's pretty easy because it's a $25 ask, right? And they get 500 Z-Bucks loaded into their account as soon as they sign up. And then we're also going to have a really cool affiliate program that'll go live after we officially launch, where churches, charities, business owners, they don't have to focus on team building. They just go out and bring in TranzactCard members, and they'll get $2.50 for every card that's activated. They get 20 basis points on every swipe, but those affiliates can be anywhere within your community. You're also getting 5 to 10 basis points on all those swipes. So imagine a pastor of a church is like, hey, now you're asking for more money today. I want everybody in the congregation consider getting a TranzactCard. Bless your family. And by the way, every time you swipe it, you're supporting the church, or a charity, or a business owner can do that with their patrons, their employees, all those things. So that's going to be really exciting too. I'm pumped up about that.
Oh my Lord.
I have another question. I have lots of questions, but I have another one. When do we actually get our physical card?
It'll be we're all going to get new cards, a new checking account, routing numbers. So it'll be a few weeks. Hopefully it'll be the week we officially launch. But what's nice, Brandy, is they're giving all of us 500 Z-Bucks per week while we're waiting for that migration. Because we have a new fintech partner. We've internalized a lot of the programming and the back office, the app, that's all proprietary. That's all our corporate team. It's actually one of my tech partners that came in and just built it from the ground up. So it's something we were going to have to do eventually. It's just kind of nice we can go through that now instead of a year from now, because it's just one of those growing pains that all companies have to go through. So you'll see lots of evolutions, enhancements in your back office in the app every week leading up to the official launch.
Okay. Thank you.
And I have got to hop on my next. I got one more Zoom, JJ, and then I got to go to bed, man. I'm running on fumes. So JJ, I love your leadership. Thanks for being one of the great guys, and you're all in great hands with him, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. So I appreciate you hopping on and look forward to welcoming you to TranzactCard family. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you, brother. Appreciate you coming in and giving us this time.
Got it. Bye-bye.
Thanks, sir.
So you guys, man, does anybody have any other questions? Does anybody want to learn more tonight about the comp plan? Because notice how he said I'm only going to go through 2 areas of the comp plan. There's 3 other areas that are just crazy. They're really exciting. And that influencer program, where if you get on board and you're able to get yourself to manager before November 12th, all of these influencers that are going to be bringing people into this, they're going to be matching every DBO you have. They're going to match you a different amount based on what your level is within the company, whether you're at manager or senior manager or vice president and so on. And so that stuff's all really cool. There's just so much to this that you know, I think all of you really want to know about. But any questions that you might have, anything that, you know, what's your thought process on it? Are you somebody that's ready to rock and roll now? You need to get more
What if
questions.
what if you're able to bring in a lot of TCMs and not no DBOs?
As long as you can bring in 20 TCMs, you'll be at manager and you'll be part of you'll have part of the whole community pie. And, you know, that's the thing about it, you guys, is that if you become manager, Eric Allen, the guy you just met, Tyler, I think you just missed him. You just missed him. Eric Allen, he's the very first person who got into this company. And he was putting this meeting on and giving everybody an overview about it and telling his story about it. And but he put together a great presentation, but there's still a lot more to be learned.
I've been on the call all the time. I was on here all the time.
Yeah, bless your heart.
So I heard everything you said, but I was just wondering, like I'm getting a lot of $25 card holders and not no big branch officers.
Yeah, well, if you can get your 20 DB or your 20 TCMs, that'll get you into the up to $500 a month pie, as long as you can get there by October 12th. Or no, November 12th, sorry. But
If you don't get it by November, if you don't get your branch officer holders by there, then the money that you get on a monthly basis kind of drops in half, right?
no, if you get the 20 TCMs by November 12th, that locks you into up to $500 a month for the rest of your life. You don't get your $495 back. In order to get your $495 back, you need to get 3 DBOs.
Right.
November 12th. In order to get your $495 back, you have to sponsor 3 DBOs.
So once you get the 3 DBOs, if you get somebody else that wants to be a DBO, you can try to hook up with somebody else and tell them, hey, I already got my 3. I like this one to sign up under you to try to help them get their DBOs, right?
Yeah, of
Would
course.
that be the nicest thing to do instead of what if, you know, someone has 6 DBOs, they don't need 6, they only need 3.
Right.
Instead of them getting 6, they offer it off to somebody else.
Exactly. Once you have your 3, you're set. And then you can still sponsor those DBOs, but you place them under your other DBOs to put them up to manager. That, in a sense, puts you, once you get 3 DBOs to manager, then you become the senior manager. You move up,
Right.
and then you're going to make up to $1,500 a month.
So we don't have to keep on signing up DBOs in order to keep moving up the ranks. Just keep signing up the card holders, right?
Right. As the thing he mentioned, I'll actually share screen and bring this up so that you guys can see this. I want everybody to understand how this works. Okay, so in order to get the up to $1,500 a month as a senior manager,
right,
you need 3 DBOs, and you need to help 3 people, your 3 DBOs, these 3 people right here. If you help them each get 3, 3, and 3, then that turns you into senior manager, but you
Right.
have to have 10 personally sponsored TCMs along with helping your 3 DBOs get their 3
So
DBOs.
what if, that's what I'm talking about. What if you have the 30 or the 50 TCMs and you don't have the DBOs? Or you don't move up that way?
No,
You
that's
still have to
fine.
get the,
That's fine. You still move up. The only difference, the only thing that's different about it is that you don't get your $495 back. That's all.
okay,
And you don't get that back anyway after November 12th. You come in after November 12th, or you don't make it happen by November 12th, you don't get your money, your $495 back. But if you
right.
get your 20 TCMs by November 12th, then you're locked in for up to $500 a month every month. And then obviously, if you're making $500 a month and you're swiping and you're benefiting like crazy from this, why in the heck wouldn't you share it with other people? I mean, that's something
Yeah, it's just a lot of people reluctant to give up that $500. They let me try, want to try the $25 first. And then they say, well, if I try the $25 first, then can I move up? And I told them, yeah, you can move up anytime you want.
My recommendation right now to everybody is to share the latest 2 videos that we have, which one of them
Right.
is and as far as I know, these videos are still good to go. They haven't been shut down or anything because they're all the corporate stuff.
JJ, I want to elaborate something if I can.
Okay, please.
So when I look at this business and I talk to folks, there's a couple things here that I think about. Okay, right now we are still in pre-launch, preliminary beta, and a visionary status. This business is this new banking, let's just put it this way, this new digital banking platform is going to launch full scale 100% in November, around November 12th. What does that mean? It means that all tools and everything at that point will be fully functionable. There's people in this world that want to do business, but when we look at the reality and the specs of doing a business, and I'll give you an example, I'm a chef. I want to run a restaurant. So I've already ran my business plan, and I'm just going to tell you it's going to be about 50 G's for me to 50 to 75 capital of an SBA loan that I want to acquire. I'm entitled to paying 10% of that out of my own pocket, and then also acquiring an LLC, which is another $2,500 plus to secure my assets for my business ownings. So here's the thing. I can go in and I can open up this restaurant. I can work there 24/7, be dependent on the local economy to hopefully bring in some money, to feed my family and pay my bills. Don't forget, Joe Biden and the feds have spiked interest rates to an ungodly amount to where it is so hard to get capital and even pay your loan back to where you're not profiting. This is a business that's under $500. And as you see right here on the community revenue bonus, all it is just getting people involved in a volume. People want to ask me, is this MLM? Is this pyramid? It's bullshit, because it's not. Because if it is, then how is it FDIC regulated, insured, and also already endorsed by banks to going on to a new platform? So that's not what we're trying to do here. What this is we that are the business owners are buying into the franchise, and we are building the volume within our communities. When you look at a real bank, another bank, not even real. This is I'm just saying out of general. Bank of America. Where's their corporate headquarters? Does anybody know? Google it. Find out. It'll tell you. Where's Regions corporate headquarters? Okay. Where's US Bank? Where's the Intrust Bank? They all have a headquarters. Now, how many of those different banks are throughout the community? If I go to Wichita, Kansas, and I find the main Bank of America, there's going to be a big building, Bank of America on top in the middle of the downtown city. How many local branches are throughout Wichita, throughout the Midwest, throughout the country? Those local branches are no more than people like us. And we have started a local branch of a digital banking franchise of TranzactZ. That's what we have done. Now we also offer a second partnership, almost I call it, and that's just the membership. That's a TCM membership, and that allows you for $25 for life right now, not even on a yearly reoccurring membership, for life if you buy in before October 31st or November 12th as a visionary, to where you get the benefits of this reward program. I want to give you an example here. Okay. I run a Bass Pro credit card. All right. I have to run $18,000 through that credit card a year to maintain a black status. And you know what they give me? They give me a 5% in-store cash back in their points. And their points are a dollar for dollar point, but you can only use them in the store. I'm lucky to have $500 by the end of the year after spending 18 grand. So why would I not jump over to TranzactZ, open up a checking account for $25 for life and get dollar for dollar? And then to mention, Cabela's and Bass Pro is one of the name brand vendors that will be on the Z Club platform. So why in the heck am I going to continue using their stupid credit card when I can pay myself with Z-Bucks and a power savings account? And I mean, that's it in a nutshell. And that's the vision. There's people that want to go and make money with this, and promote it and build a business as an at-home business. And there's people like me that are doing it on the side as a side hustle, and I still have my full-time job, but I have hopes and dreams, and I believe in this. And by February or March, I look to retire from corporate work and saying goodbye and running this full stream. It's an easy ABC system. Tell me what franchise, whether you buy a McDonald's, whether you buy an Arby's, whether you buy a Victoria's Secret, what ABC model is set up in a 1-2-3 structure such as this? Okay. That's how I look at it. And that's why I jumped in and I see the vision. And I wanted to give you that as a true testimony from my heart and who I am, of just being a worker bee like everybody else and trying to scrap every bread crumb off the table that I can to get ahead. And this is an opportunity to do that. Whether you want to be a business owner or whether you want to be just a member, the membership perks are by far more better than any other checking account out there offered by any bank. And if you can find a bank that has a better one that will give you more, please tell me, because I want it and I can't find one. I've searched the whole globe. All right, that's all I got to say. I just wanted to just share that.
So
there's passion in that.
What you just brought up right there is absolutely powerful. You talked about your Bass Pro Shop card that you've been using, and you've been used to using that, right?
Yeah, even my Capital One at a 1% to 2% cash back on every purchase. I'll spend Capital One. I have my wife's. We run every bill through that. We run everything that we can, and we pay it off weekly, so we don't get an interest rate. We're lucky to get $400 or $500 from that. So maybe $900 between my two cards at the end of the year after processing all my money through them. I'll get back in returns. And when I was looking at this, if I have the opportunity to buy things off the Z Club platform at wholesale at cost, if TranzactZ is going to buy 1,000, I'll just use this example. They're going to buy 1,000 pair of Nikes for $40 a piece. But those Nikes, when I go to Shoe Carnival or whatever damn shoe outlet I want to go to where they're $100 a pair, if I can knock that down with my Z-Bucks to get them at cost, that's a tremendous savings. I mean, think about it. Do I want to keep taking money out of my pocket and paying premium prices, or the money that I'm paying premium prices with that I have to at the stores, at least get that dollar for dollar back to where I can get on that online platform and buy stuff at cost? It balances out that inflation. It really helps out. And that's why I'm looking at with driving this for my own, I love toys. I love to buy my toys. I love to get my family Christmas gifts and so forth. But I'm going to be real with you. I make a really damn nice salary with the job that I do. But I spent $345 on groceries the other day to come here I'm a prepper, man. I got so much shit in my house where I'm good to go for 6 months, but I'm just saying I spent $345 on some items that I didn't think that I had in stock in my inventory. And whenever I went there, I was just so amazed for how much money I spent for how little I got. And I'm going to use this Z Club platform to make up for the lacking of what I don't get at the stores anymore.
You know what, Jacob, I got to bring this up to everybody's attention and yours. You see my screen, right?
Yep, totally.
You guys are seeing my screen. Okay, this is our Easy Power Earn and Save app right here on my phone. Okay, and when you go to fund your card, here's the thing about your Bass Pro Shop card. You are probably going to want to keep using it the way you've been using it. But here's the cool part. Here's the freaking cool part. When you add money to your card, to your Transact card, you're going to add a new card right there. See where it says add new card? The card that you're going to add is going to be your Bass Pro Shop card. And if you want to go buy a $345 whatever amount of stuff at Bass Pro Shops, what you're going to do is you're going to use your Bass Pro Shop card to fund this card. And by doing that, you're going to get whatever reward it is, that 5% back that Bass Pro Shop gives you, you're going to get your 5% back.
So
money,
we can use a credit card to fund our damn Easy Power card.
yes.
So you're getting Bass Pro points on the credit card, and then stop me if I'm wrong, but you're getting Bass Pro points on your credit card, adding any credit card that you want there into this fund with a card. And then I use that Easy Power and I buy a Bass Pro gift card. I'm getting double the Z-Bucks. I spend the Bass Pro gift card, I get Z-Bucks back. And when our Power Savings opens up, we're getting a cash back to our Power Savings.
Bass
It's
Pro
like
Shops.
4 ways of winning.
Right there. Bass Pro Shops.
It's just teaching people the loop, the circle. It's a
And
new
you
way
can-
of spending.
Now, here's
You
the
can
thing.
buy that card instantly and spend it instantly.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
That's what JJ was saying. He goes to Walmart, he gets his total for $130, buys the damn gift card right there at the cashier checkout, and then checks out on his phone and bonus.
What I did, I actually, while I was waiting, like let's say you're going to Bass Pro Shops and you just funded your card, you got this $500 thing that you want to buy at Bass Pro Shops and you know it. So what you do is you take your Bass Pro Shops card and you go fund your Transact card with it. That puts $500 into your Transact card account. Then you go to Bass Pro Shops right here and you nickname it whatever you want to name it. You know, my super duper fishing rod and reel and whatever. I don't know what you buy there, but you name it, whatever you want to name it. Then you select your account, your amount, and you buy the card. Once you buy that card, you now have a Bass Pro Shops card. And once you have that card, like that, you can see the 800flowers.com card and the Walmart card that I have on my screen right there. When you go to Bass Pro Shops and you take that Bass Pro Shops card and you go buy your $500 worth of stuff at Bass Pro Shops, not only, hold on, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. As soon as you buy that card using your Bass Pro Shops card, if it's $500 and you, being that you're in here before November 12th, you're going to get double Z-Bucks on that card. So when you buy the card, you get 1,000 Z-Bucks into your account. Then when you go to Bass Pro Shops and you spend the card, you get another 1,000 Z-Bucks into your account. And to boot, Bass Pro Shops sends you back to your Power Save account whatever cashback reward that they have contracted with TranzactCard to pay. And it's anywhere between 1% and 5%. So all of these companies, Bass Pro Shop is not only giving you 5% on the money that you put in, but then they're going to give you 5% or 2% or 3% or whatever on the money when you go spend it on your TranzactCard. Why do they do this? They do this because this right there, right here, it saves them a bunch of money on their merchant fees, and it saves them a bunch of money on advertising, and it brings a bunch of new people into their store. And they're more than happy to kick back 1 to 5% cash back, and that cash back goes into your Power Save account as cash, just like your monthly commissions that Eric was talking about, your weekly commissions or monthly commissions, all of those things, they go into your Power Save account, or they get given to you as a check in the mail. When you get your $495 back, it will come back to you as a check in the mail. And so, you guys, this is so powerful. Think about all the people out there that you know that have their American Airlines flight miles card. And they always spend that. If you look in here at purchase a card again, let's go purchase another card. And looky what's in here. Ah, American Airlines. Ah, Delta Airlines, Southwest Airlines, all of these cards that people buy and use because they get these airline miles, they still want to keep using those cards. They just want to use them to fund their TranzactCard. And then they literally quadruple dip. They're getting their money from using the card to fund. Then when they buy the card, they get their Z-Bucks. Then when they spend the card, they get their Z-Bucks. And then, last to boot, American Airlines or Delta Airlines or whoever sends them cash back. So they're literally quadruple dipping on their money. And to boot, that money goes into their Power Save account, which is going to be a compounding interest savings account. I'm not sure what else we could say to people to get them excited about this, other than the fact that this thing is all backed up, like Eric said, in a trust. This cannot change. It cannot be sold. It cannot be bought. No bigger bank can come in and buy this. No online thing can buy it. Nobody can buy or sell this company for 399 years. This is ours. And they have set it up to be exactly that. And, you know, when you guys, this is the thing that really got me going with this company more than anything else, was when I saw this right here. This right here gives money to the very lowest people on the totem pole. And as you go higher on the totem pole, you get less and less percentage of this particular money. So,
right,
anyway.
but also too, when you're going up on the totem pole, you're going to have a much larger volume in the franchise that you've created within your community. So that's why it's less. But
Right,
yes,
right. But still, the pie is being separated in this route. And, you know, most of the companies I've ever been involved with, and I've been involved with networking for 40 years, exactly, actually. I joined my first networking company when I was 18 years old. Now I'm 58 years young, and I've been involved with network marketing for 40 years. And up to this point in my life, I've never seen anything like this. And so this right here is what got me excited, is the fact that these guys are taking the lowest people on the totem pole and giving them a piece of the overall pie. This right here is what makes it So Eric Allen, who is at vice president, get this, you guys, Eric Allen was the very first distributor in this company. He was the very first person to get a DBO. He's still not the president. There's like 3 other people that have made it past him that he actually signed up. They're all those presidents are in his downline, but they just blew right on past him. This is the coolest compensation plan. This is the coolest company. This is the coolest concept that I personally have ever seen. And I am going to be working with this for the rest of my life. I believe this thing is going to be around for the rest of all of our lives just because of the way it's set up. And so I hope you guys are excited about this. Anybody who has any questions, bust them out. I'll see if I can answer them. If not, I'll have to get the answers or refer you to a video.
I wasn't too clear on. So you can't like just there.
Honey, you're breaking up.
They have to be involved in the Transact community. Said if something happens to you, this doesn't automatically go to like part of your estate. It's not part of your estate. So something like one of us die, it just drops off.
You can transition this to a family member. I saw that, and we can talk about that more. But I did see that that there are ways to hand this down to family members and put other people in charge of the business if something like that happens. I did see that, Vicky.
All right.
You know,
I'm just sitting here thinking of things to ask.
When you get this thing going, you're gonna want to go. You know, and one of the cool things is my buddy Scotty Moyes. He's a real estate investor, and his profession is that, and also creating trusts and tax shelters and things like that, and you know, wills and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, he'll be able to help all of us, you know, set this thing up so that it, you know, so that if anything, God forbid, ever happens to you, that everything that you've created with this just automatically goes to whoever you have prescribed that it goes to. And that's really what it comes down to. This is yours, and you're gonna have to, you know, set that kind of thing up so that it goes where you want it to go, if anything. And you know, when, I mean, none of us are getting out of here alive, as my buddy Fran always says. None of us are getting out of here alive. It's only a matter of what we do while we're here, and we can't take anything with us.
I'm just a person that I like to have my ducks in a row to know what I need to do to protect whatever I do.
And for everybody that gets on board with this right now, they're gonna, and if you actually treat this like the incredible business that it is, not only is it going to change your life, but it's going to change thousands and thousands of other people's lives around you. Who doesn't want to double their money? Number one. Who doesn't have a bank account? Who doesn't have a debit card? I mean, like, everybody has a bank account and a debit card, you guys. Everybody uses this. Everybody does what we're doing already. That's why when we talk about this and we say you're doing something that everybody already does, it's not a joke. Everybody already does this, you guys.
Hey, John, what's crazy, if I may, in the essence of like what we've been involved with over the last several years, and obviously Kangen in Magic, they've been driving our bus, but God, at the end of the day, when you weigh it out, we're not selling anything people aren't already doing. We're not trying to get them to do anything they're not already doing. And when business owners, when restaurant owners, when home-based business builders are using this card every day. God, and guys like you're a floorer. You go buy $1,000 worth of flooring materials for a $4,000 job, if you will. I don't know your labor rates and stuff, but when you're able to do this and you're able to double your Z-Bucks, go do your job, get paid on your job, and then by virtue of buying this stuff for your job, you've got $3,000 in Z-Bucks in the back office. And that's just, to me, that's nuts.
Yeah.
And it's hard to grasp because we become so indoctrinated into utilizing banks. Discover throws you a 5 back cash back offer, 5% cash back, and oh man, our nipples could cut glass. We're so fired up. At the end of the day, it's silly to not understand why and when this is so significant. The why is clear and the when is now. And God, if I could go back the last 3 weeks, rewind, but again, dad detail. Oh man, it's been a nightmare. But I've always just been blessed to be hopeful, to be grateful, to be aware of opportunities. And you little cockroach, God bless you. I love you. This is insane. I went and used mine today, so I bought my $25 gift card. Now stop, forgive me. I bought my $25 gift card today. I was talking, you walked me through it. I go into Walmart, didn't even ring my stuff up. I was going to pay the difference, like you said. You had a $26.38 purchase with a $25 gift card and had to pay $1.38 on the backside. I go in today, grab what I needed. It was $24.71. And I was like, what? Get out of here. I was kind of hoping it would be a little over so I could do the difference. No, $24.71. Went up to the gal. She went, oh, okay, punched in the numbers, punched in the pin. I walked out of there. I've got almost $75 in Z-Bucks in my back office just from spending almost $25 at Walmart for daily detail.
Yeah. And I mean,
Bread,
it's
milk.
26
So go ahead,
that
forgive
you had
me,
to
but
pay.
thank you. Yeah, I'm just so stoked.
But yeah, you it costs you, just so you know, when you buy the gift cards, it costs $1.50 for each gift card that you buy. But whatever that amount is, you get double Z-Bucks when you buy it and double Z-Bucks when you spend it.
I have a question.
You bet.
So this is gonna go back to what was discussed earlier. So I just want to wrap my brain around what he said about when we sponsor our first 3 DBOs, and those 3, if we continue to sponsor DBOs and we would place them under them because it's about the power of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Those 3 DBOs don't have to be personally sponsored by them in order for them to obtain the rank of manager.
No, they do have to be personally sponsored by them. Yes.
Okay, so because he
Let me
said they didn't.
But you can take people that you've sponsored. Like, for example, I sponsored Wetzel, and I have taken him and putting him under Greg Allred, because the two of them know each other. They've been involved with other entities before. We've been on lots of Zoom calls together, got them together on the same Zoom call. They're
never met the guy in the flesh, but he's a stud.
I'm putting Wetzel underneath Greg. And so I can do that, even though I'm the one who sponsored him. But I have to shift over both sponsorship and placement to make that happen. And if you do it right, it's no big deal. I just screwed up when I did his sign up. I messed up and I didn't get it placed properly. And so if you if you mess up and you place them within the first 7 days, then it doesn't cost you anything to switch them over.
Wow.
If you
Really?
wait till after 30 days and it costs you $25 for them, and if they've signed anybody up, it costs you $25 for each one of them, and you got to fill out a form for every single one of them. It's crazy. You don't want to do any of that, but they will let you move people, but it's a process. And I understand why they're doing it. And like Peter was saying in our meeting yesterday, our monthly or our weekly, every Monday, they do a corporate update every Monday at 2:00 in the afternoon on Mountain Standard Time. And they do this meeting, and in yesterday's meeting, Peter was talking about regulations and the fact that TranzactCard is in literally between the fact that we are direct sales and that we are a franchise and that we are a bank and that we are a merchant service. We're in like 4 of the most regulated areas of regulation. Like everybody else out there, and this is what he said. And Peter, when you get a chance to hear him speak, he's like, he's really calm and cool. He's not all animated like I am. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I am. I get excited about things. Anyway, he said we are in these most heavily regulated industries, but we are not running away or hiding from that regulation. We are going towards it. We are embracing it. We are doing whatever it takes to make sure that we are within all of the regulational guidelines of every single one of these areas where we operate. And so that's why the posts went out today about scrubbing posts and that kind of stuff. And you don't need to worry about that, just so long as you're just using stuff that comes from out of your back office. You're not going to need to come up with things. You're not going to need to come up with your own stuff. The only thing you need to come up with is your thought process on it when you share it out. And that's it. And if you just stick with the corporate stuff, we will stay within regulations on everything. And these guys are going to be absolute sticklers about compliance. And I'm fine with it.
They have to be. And that's why I love the accountability.
Exactly.
Love the transparency. It's insane. They're like, look, you're going to see this every Monday on a corporate webinar, what happened the week before, and you're going to get whatever mojo you need to get to every Saturday. To me, that's insane. Forgive me, but yeah, thank you. Because that to me is what resonates the loudest.
There's nothing to forgive, brother.
Just for interrupting. Forgive me.
This is the coolest thing that any of us are ever going to see in our lives. And it's taken all of the stuff that has ruined so many other companies in this space or caused so much grief for so many other companies in this space over the years. Yeah. These guys are just attacking all of it head on and, saying, hey, we're just going to go take the bull by the horns. And, that's what's happening right here, you guys. And there's that none of us have ever seen before. Nobody's ever seen. And there's incredible training. There's incredible opportunity here. And, another thing that really impressed me about these guys is that one of the corporate meetings, they said to us, you guys, your job is to go out there and bring the people to us, get the people into our system. Our job as corporate is to keep them here. What company have you ever worked for oh man. like Nagic saying to me, hey, you get people to buy a Kangen water machine and we'll make sure that they learn how to use it. We'll make sure that they use it. We'll make sure they stick with it. We'll make sure that they love it, all that stuff. Imagine that. That's not the way it is. So,
Well, like I said, for me, I spent a measly $24.71 today. And I've got almost 75 Z-Bucks from a purchase that I would have purchased from my bank card and got shit. I would have got nothing. The 1.5% or whatever would have went to the card that I used. The 1.5% would have went to Walmart. But no, I got almost 75 Z-Bucks off a stupid ginger, port wine and cheddar cheese ball, pineapple, milk, nonsense like daily stuff. And I can take that Z-Bucks and go buy a pair of $200 Adidas and get it narrowed down to around 125 bucks. It's insane for me just from buying groceries. So I think at the end of the day, if I may, Jay John, and I think this is what we're all really talking about. It's a matter of letting go of the fact that we've been indoctrinated or just forced into the wheelhouse of credit card companies, debit card, using our bank because we've had no other option. This gives us an option to level a playing field to increase our spending dollar. There's no way on earth we would be privy to without TranzactCard. And I just find it to be amazing and humbling, and it's amazing. So thank you. Yeah, I had to say that.
so for you guys, hey Tyler, do you by chance have any questions? I know you missed a little bit of this. Is there any questions you have about what's going on here before we go ahead and call this a night?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't have any questions. I can talk to Wetzel about it too and get updated.
Okay, cool.
Amen.
So here's something I want you guys all to know, that if you don't already have this information, I want to give it to you. The number that you dialed in on this call, that's my cell phone. And so if you just go back to the link that you signed in to this Zoom room on and write down those numbers, that is my cell phone. My name's JJ Surprise. If you want to take that number down and you have any questions, you need to call me, you need any help, give me a shout. I'm here to help. I'm very, very passionate about this. And so if you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. If I can't answer your question, or it's one of those things that it's like, no, you don't even want me answering this question.
Then get that Tom Brady stunt double Eric Allen to answer your questions.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing, you guys. There's some really wonderful training that's already involved. And if you don't think you can do this, think again, because you can. And I think you guys have the best training that I've ever seen. And it's something that I'm seriously going to work on and doing. And so if you need me, reach out. I'm here. You've got my phone number, and save it and call me if you need anything. And anyway, I think that pretty much covers our, I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording. Everybody, thanks for being here. God bless you. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoy this when you watch the recording, and hope to see you on the team and, changing the world one swipe at a time.
Hey, can I lay this on you?